Hi, Sheena here from Atlas Agency Launch Lab and Atlas Online Solutions. Today we are streaming in 3 different places. We are streaming in our private community in Atlas Agency Launch Lab community. We are streaming inside the alumni group for the people who have graduated the program Atlas Agency Launch Lab. And we are streaming inside of our free public community called 7 Figure Agencies. So I want to say hi to all of you guys. If you're sitting here watching the recording or the stream that has been placed onto our YouTube channel, write a comment, say hi to me. Today was all about connections. Today, I just wanted to take 5-10 minutes and have a quick conversation about the value of spouses, the value of friendships, whether or not you're running your agency with your spouse, or with your friends, or if you're running it all by yourself. Your relationships greatly impact who you are, the quality of life, and the quality of your business. All right. So, for example, myself, I run my agency with my spouse. Okay. My spouse has some very, very specific strengths that he brings to this business that I can't, and vice versa. All right. I have run my agency in partnership with other people, like friends. All right. Atlas Agency Launch Lab stemmed from this beautiful friendship that I formed with Jennifer and Chris. We brought them in because at the time I had a very young child. I didn't feel comfortable doing the front of house communications, outreach, the outsourcing, the sales, the client relations, all of those things. And I really need someone who was comfortable in front of the camera, who had that presence that aligned with my business and my agency and was happy to project who we are on the screen, through the screen, in real life, to people. And I was able to sit here and not be in front of a camera in my pajamas with a young child and really grow my business. And it was a beautiful friendship that really just like solidified the direction of Atlas Online Solutions, my agency, and stealth marketing. I call it stealth. I can't remember the official name of the business. Stealth Marketing Solutions. Okay, there we go. And it really combined those two in a beautiful marriage of friendship that really pushed our business out there into the world, made really profitable, and we were able to create some online SOPs inside of our head on exactly what we needed to do. We got them written down on paper, and we really formed this friendship under fire, right? Now our agencies do not work very closely together, but we still work extremely closely with Atlas Agency Launch Lab, which we bring to you guys. It is a culmination of 5 agency heads working with you inside of a Slack channel with videos, one-on-one coaching calls. We have guest speakers who come in. There are some done for you aspects. A lot of it is, hey, here's the training on the principle of exactly what to do. All right, here's a script, but please make it your own, blah, blah, blah. We will work with you. We will review it. We will give you some tips and tricks. You will bring us exactly what's going on in your life inside of your agency, and we're going to give you everything that we've learned at the Rock Face. So basically, that's what Atlas Agency Launch Lab is. And it's a combination of friendships, right? Now, let's talk a little bit about running an agency with your spouse. It can be hard. When everything is going great, it is so beautiful, right? You're like in love with your business and you're in love with your spouse and you're like, my spouse is amazing. And then when things go wrong, or let's say they don't go wrong, let's say it's just a little bit of a tougher time, because let's be honest, you run an agency, you run any kind of business, there are tougher times. That can impact your relationship with your spouse. It really can, right? They are there at the coalface with you. And instead of, when you feel that you don't have everything going perfectly smoothly, sometimes that can color the way that you see your spouse. All right. Date nights start happening. You're talking about business from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to bed. It's your dinner table conversation. You're out there raking the leaves on the lawn, talking about business. Hey, what happened with this client? Hey, what's going on with that? And it can become your entire life. It really can. And when you run a business with your spouse, if you allow it to become your entire life, if you allow it to become your marriage or your relationship, let's say you aren't married, if you allow it to become your relationship, not only will your relationship suffer, you will suffer personally. Like, we are we are social creatures, aren't we? Like we really, really are. You know, it's a catchphrase, I guess, but who we are in a relationship is, you know, there'll be times we'll be like, just give me attention, please give me attention. And then there'll be other times where it's like, no, I just want to be myself for a little bit. But it's always within this realm of safety of the fact that you have your person, okay? But when your business becomes your relationship, when your business becomes your marriage, you lose that beautiful accent to who you are, okay? And it can impact you severely. You know, sometimes you can be feeling down, you can feel like there's something a little bit missing and things like that. And then from there, that's going to translate into your business, because who you are and how you're feeling is projected into your business. If you're feeling energetic and motivated and creative, then your business is going to move forward. If you're feeling a little down and worn down and everything else, then you're going to do what you need to do or be a little bit less productive, and your business isn't going to go as well. So if you have a marriage or relationship with your business partner, it is incredibly important that not only personally do you create boundaries, like I talked about in my previous video, but it's important that you create boundaries together as a marriage. And I'm not going to tell you how to do that, okay? Your relationship is important to you. There are unique aspects to who you are. Is it on Sunday mornings you bring something to the breakfast table, something fun like a piece of literature or something that you've discovered throughout the day that is not related to work, that you just want to read together or share with the other person? Is it a joke or a funny meme or an article? Is that what you do? Or do you have a dedicated date night? Or is there a TV show that you guys are just excited to watch together, and during that time it's no work, connection only? What is it that you guys need to do to keep your marriage strong? Because keeping your marriage, your relationship, yourself strong is going to keep your business strong. And the same with friendship. As I said to you guys, Atlas Online Solutions and Stealth Marketing Solutions, I remembered at that time, really married themselves for a short amount of time there, where we were like really shoving our business out there into the world. And through it, I found my people, like Jen and Chris, they have become some of my closest friends. But when things were hard, like God honest truth, when things were hard, when we were grinding 16 hours a day and we didn't feel like we were getting anywhere or things weren't going right, it made us view our friendship in that light, right? That beautiful spark of connection and intimacy that comes from a close friendship or relationship starts becoming tainted by what happened in the business, okay? Now, the reason why, we all know why it's important to keep our spouse in a marriage relationship solid, right? Not just for ourselves, but for that relationship. We don't always value friendship the same, okay? Now, the reason why you need to keep friendships inside a business, outside of business, no matter what, is equally important as to protecting yourself and your marriage, is because there's this synergy. Like, I'm sure that there are scientists and relationship coaches and everybody else who can come on and talk to you guys about exactly what's going on in the brain and the chemistry and in the body that happens when you have this relationship with a friend or with a colleague or with a partner. But it's fulfilling. It's like a part of you that you don't get to see unless you're in that friendship. Like, think about your friend group. Okay, you have friends that you're just goofy with. You have friends that you sit in your pajamas, eat Chinese, and watch trashy TV shows with. There are friends that you always go hiking with. There are friends who is going to encourage you, hey, how did you go at the gym? Didn't go to the gym. I probably should. Like, it brings an aspect to your life because we are social creatures. And when you're running a business with a friend, it's incredibly important that even if that friendship formed from work, that you nurture that friendship outside of work. All right, it's important for your agency. It's important for your friendship. It's important for yourself. And if you're sitting here saying, this doesn't apply to me because I run my agency by myself and I don't run it with my friends or anything else, I challenge you to think about how much more powerful your business would be if you formed that relationship. Now, I'm not saying that it's not okay to be a solopreneur. Be a solopreneur, entrepreneur. Be one, okay? Please, I'm going to support you and love you and encourage you. And yes, you go get it. But if you're doing it and you haven't made any friends in the network, yeah, go ahead. Join the Atlas Agency Launch Lab private community Facebook group that we have and make yourself some friends, okay? Business is hard. Agency life is hard. As much as we attempt to make it as easy as possible for you inside the Atlas Agency Launch Lab program, as much as any coach, mentor program out there is there to show you what we've learned through the hard knocks so you don't have to, it's hard. It takes a huge amount out of you mentally, physically, emotionally to just love on your business and make it thrive. It really, really does. And although we have friends that we can go rock climbing with and friends that we can go to the beach with and have a barbecue and sit down and cook dinner and, do all those things with, if they aren't in the same space, you're still going to feel lonely. And when you feel lonely, you won't be operating at your best. You really, really, really won't. You need a friend inside the space who knows what's going on. And that can take the form of an accountability partner. All right. It can be hey, let's catch up. Tell me what went great in your business and what didn't go so great in your business this week. Or it can be somebody who gives you that space to just vent. I mean, I'm not talking about having a friend that you can just download on. Please just don't download on people. Okay. Make sure that you are there for them and you have more than just downloading on each other. But if they don't know the business, if they don't actually know what goes on, you're not going to be able to describe it. As hard as you try, they're not going to get it. And that validation that comes from talking, communing, and having a relationship with somebody who gets it is what gets you through. It gets you through. There's a reason there are masterminds and Facebook groups and communities, and it's because you can't get through it as successfully without friends. Now, hidden perk here. Let's say you make one friend who is in the space. They don't have to be in the same niche or even offer the same services or anything else, but they're in the space. They're an entrepreneur, an online entrepreneur. They get it, okay? Next time you're on Facebook, have a look inside a community for somebody asking for help with branding or a website or lead generation or something. If you were to recommend your friend or your spouse or somebody, they are much more likely to get that sale than as if you recommended yourself. And they can do the same. And the other fun thing about it is, let's say they run ads. Like I run ads for my business, okay? And occasionally I've come someone through that is not a good fit for me. They want help with insurance. I don't work with insurance brokers, but I have a colleague and a friend who does and is very, very good in that space. So I'm able to say, look, I'm sorry, I'm not the right fit for you. But you know what? I know someone who is. And that sale is going to be so much easier for them because not only have you recommended them, but you've already set them up as the expert by saying that you're not the expert. Okay? So there's one perk. The other perk is, let's say they have a strength that you don't. Okay? Like technical things are not my jam. Like something as simple as connecting a domain to a funnel. I can do it. I know how to do it. I hate it. I'm going to procrastinate. I'm going to put it at the bottom of the to-do list and I'm going to hold things up. There's a mental block there. I know I need to go to brain spotting with Jen and fix it. But it's true. Okay? I don't love it. All right? What do I love doing? I love helping write copy. I love helping write messaging. I love talking to people and doing sales and things like that. That's what I love. And that's what I'm always going to prioritize. But my husband, Zach, on the other hand, If I say, hey, babe, can you connect a domain to this funnel? Oh, yeah, sure. Done in 2 seconds, because for him, there's no block there. All right. Same for my friends, right? Same for today, I was actually talking with Jen about the fact that she is the one who came up with the tagline for Atlas Online Solutions. And she is the one that came up with the beautiful picture of mountains that we use in our background on the cover of our business page, that I actually use in so much now that she's brought that beautiful picture to me, because that's her jam. Like, she loves that so much that she happily dived down that rabbit hole and found it and brought this beautiful thing to life for my agency, because that's her jam and that's what gets her excited. Okay. So creating these relationships, as much as they are important, as much as they are nurturing and needed for yourself and for your business, there are perks that are going to come from it that you can't even think about right yet. And networking and relationships is what scales a business. You can do it on your own. You have it in you to do it on your own. But if you do it alongside or with others, not only are you going to get there so much faster, but you're going to get there so much happier and so much more successful, right? So inside the Atlas Agency Launch Lab, what does that mean? Well, inside the actual program itself, you get to connect with your participants. You get a Facebook group that is only for current students or alumni. You get a Slack channel where you get to form relationships with myself and the 4 other agency heads who are working with you. You get one-on-one coaching. I introduce you to people. I have guest speakers coming on. You get to form these relationships inside our private Facebook community, Atlas Agency Launch Lab, that you guys are all part of. At the very, very top, you're going to find a Google worksheet. Inside of that worksheet, there are people who have listed their contact information, their area of expertise, and how you can find out a little bit more about them, like their website or something like that. I encourage you, go ahead, connect with them to say, hey, do you know what? Thanks for connecting with me. My name is Sheena from Atlas Agency Launch Lab Facebook group, looking to form some connections in the industry. How is your day going? All right. Start that friendship, because beautiful, beautiful things are going to come from it. So today, a little bit less of a teaching thing, but really just what's been on my mind about what gets me through and how I built my business. And it was truly built on the blood, sweat, and tears of friendship and relationships. Okay. So I'll see you guys next week and make friends.